G'day, Mark Holloway, markhollowaytv.com. Now today, this is one of those little messages where probably should have a little footnote across the bottom of the screen saying that parental guidance is advised, because this is a subject that I get a little bit heated up about and a bit cross, and I might even use some expletives, hopefully not. The subject is, why don't my ads or my brochure or my flyer or my website, why doesn't my marketing work? Well, actually today is step one of the answer to that, because there are quite a few steps in the answer. But let me just stick with step one. The reason your ads and your website and your brochure and your flyer don't work is because you got some advertising designer or graphic designer or ad rep, well-meaning, but with no more idea than a goat on how to make advertising or marketing work, and you accept them to work making that website, that brochure, that flyer. Now, somewhere, goodness knows where, these people, well, I do know where, they teach each other, it's horrific. Somewhere they've picked up this bloody idea, there you go, expletive. They've picked up this bloody idea that the less on the ad or on the website homepage or on the brochure, the more effective it is. Now, that makes about as much sense as, I'll give you an example. You go into the lawnmower shop and, you want to buy a lawnmower, and there's a little beauty sitting there in the window, and you walk in the door and the lawnmower salesman comes straight up to you, and you forgive him for this because you're pretty keen anyway. He says, "Can I help you, sir?" You overlook that. We'll talk about that elsewhere, actually, on our site and in other videos about that little "can I help you, sir" problem. But back to this particular situation. You overlook that and you say, "Look, yes, son, I see you got this lawnmower here in the window, and it looks pretty good, and the price was a bit frightening, but in fact it's probably twice as much as I paid for my last lawnmower, but nevertheless it looks like one that I might like, and so son, tell me a little bit about why I should buy this mower." And he looks at you straight in the eye and he says, because he's read somewhere, he's read the same marketing book as those designers that are designing your ads and your brochures and your website. So he's read that same book, that same marketing book by some fool somewhere who said that less is more. So, what the salesman does is he looks at you thinking less is more, and in answer to your question about why this lawnmower is the one that he should buy, he says to you, "Sir, lawnmower sale," and then he shuts up. About now you're starting to have serious doubts about that salesman, because for goodness sake, you want some information, don't you? If you're going to buy something, you want to know why you should buy it. You want him to turn on you and say, "Well, sir, I don't know if you should buy this lawnmower or not yet. I can't answer that question because first I need to ask you some questions. How big is your lawn? And what sort of grass is it? And do you mow it every week? And do your sons mow it, or do you mow it?" Now just think about your ads now, or your brochure, or your website, or your flyer. Are they asking questions like that? That's qualifying the prospect, isn't it? That's why your ads and your brochures and your flyers and your website don't work, because they don't have lots of information in them. Okay, so that's step one. Mark Holloway signing out.